next guest has starred in many television projects such as Intimate Strangers, The Woman's Room, and Cagney and Lacy, which became a network series that we're going to talk about. Tyne Daley, who was going to be on with us a little bit earlier in the show, but something happened. See, this is real TV, real live things happen.
No,
even the big TV stars.
It's real life.
Yeah, but even the big TV stars, what
Get
happened?
flat tires?
You got a
Driving their kid home with the dog in the back seat from school? Of course. This is actual...
Did you have to get out and change it yourself?
No, I got very unliberated. There was a good Samaritan who picked us up and took us to a telephone, and I called AAA because I didn't want to tackle the tire myself. Okay. Not with the cars whizzing by. You take life in hand.
What street?
It's Sepulveda Boulevard.
So it's very busy.
Which winds with many cars
Major
winding.
blowout.
Yeah. It was a large. I've saved the what do you call it, the brad, the nail. I don't know where, around my neck or something. I don't know why I said.
Well, you can relax now. Everything's calm.
Sure.
You know, no flat tires here. Well, tell us what happened to Cagney and Lacy.
We got canned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're dumb, aren't they dumb?
I'm telling you.
We had a wonderful time and we're feeling that we were getting the hang of it by the end, but we weren't invited back, and it feels crummy.
Yeah.
What else do you want to know?
How long did you do it?
I did a movie of the week with Loretta Swit. I did 6 segments last year with Meg Foster, and I did 22 with Sharon Gless this year. So altogether, 30 hours of one lady.
Why did they change Cagney so much?
They were, I don't know, they had first of all, Loretta wasn't available for the series, and then they were dickering around with the premise like they do a lot when a show starts off, and Meg was replaced by Sharon. But why? I haven't the groggiest notion. You know, I don't run the zoo, thankfully. Nor do I want to.
Is it hard to adjust to having different partners like that to work off of?
I was very lucky. I had a wonderful time with each of those ladies. Very different ladies, all of them. But I have luck in partnership. I have another acting partner who's coming to talk with us in a few minutes. I'm doing a play with, and I've had luck with her too, because she's also a wonderful actress. So, no, it wasn't a difficult adjustment.
Now, will you be getting into television at all again soon?
Well, if they ask me, sure. I mean, I've done 22 years of freelancing, and so I had a regular job for a while, and now I'm freelancing again, but it's an actor's lot. It doesn't scare me any more than it always has.
You did The Entertainer with Jack Lemmon and Ray Bolger.
Yes, I saw Ray a couple of weeks ago. I hadn't seen him in a long time. Just wonderfly. He was we were at the CBS affiliates. The ABC affiliates.
The ABC.
Robert was going off to the CBS tonight. We were at I would have had my tux on if you'd seen me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. No, you would have. Were you at?
We were at the ABC, and that's where I ran into Ray, and I hadn't seen him for a while since we did that.
What, is he doing another project?
No, he was there with some folks. I don't know exactly why. I was remembering because when we did The Entertainer, he gave a lovely present to me one day. I was stuck again with kids. I had both my girls, and I didn't have a babysitter, and I came to rehearsal, and he'd been working out a dance routine. And he said to them, "Do you know who I am?" And they said no, and he said, I'm the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz, and went and did the whole routine for them.
Did he
there
really?
in the rehearsal room, and it was just fabulous. We all sat there with our mouths open, and my little girls just thought that was
great?
So he's an elderly gentleman, and he was getting on then, and he'd worked very hard all afternoon on his one thing, but he went into his act for the girls, and I thought that was so dear.
Must be great to be remembered for so many years for a role like that, especially since it's on.
Yeah.
You know, every year it's got a whole new audience.
Yeah.
Like, how old were your girls?
Then, jeepers, I don't know, 7 and 5 or something. They're now 15 and 12.
And here they can recognize a man that did a film 40 years ago, which is interesting.
That's the immortality part of the movies that you don't get in the theater. The theater just lives in the memory of whoever was there that night.
Yeah.
You know, but the good part and the bad part about movies is they can save the proof. They can save the lousy stuff as well, which is...
Your father was James Daley.
Yes,
who was
indeed.
on Medical Center.
Yes.
Who was doing dinner theater in Atlanta one time and scared me to death.
Yes, what did he scare you with?
Well, they were doing a promo for the play, and I don't remember the name of the play.
Man for All Seasons.
Was that it?
Butley. He did a number of things down at the Peachtree.
Well, at any rate, they had him in the commercial on a chair, on a riser, you know, like we sit on here, in limbo, just in black. And he was doing, and I didn't know what they were doing, but I came out to do my little newscast, and we used to have a mirror on one end of the studio where we'd put on makeup to go to the news desk. And there was nobody in the studio but he and a couple crew members, and he was doing the spot, and at the end of it, he had to take a gun, and there was something like, be there, and he had to shoot the gun. Well, I didn't know about it. And I'm just looking in the mirror, putting on this makeup, and I'm watching him in the background, and he looked right at me when he shot that gun. And
you thought you were assassinated?
It's frightening, because I didn't know what was going on with that.
Very gentle fellow.
But he had a look on him that time. Yeah, he did a lot of shows.
He did a lot of stage work. He did a lot of television. He never really did many movies. He never put it together in the movies. But he had a respectable 30-year career and was very well thought of in his community and all that stuff.
Is that what made you want to get into this business?
I suppose in the beginning, yeah. My dad and mother were both actors, and they were pretty glamorous.
Yeah.
And when I was a little kid, I have 2 sisters and a brother, and when we were little, they did stock together a lot, and we saw them on the stage quite a bit when we were young. So by the time I was about 7, I decided I wanted to do that.
Yeah. They never had a project where you all worked together, did you?
Yes. When I got my equity card, when I was 15 years old, we did a project at a summer theater called Bucks County, PA.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And Mama and Dad and me and my sister Glynis and my little brother Tim were all in the play. As a sort of a vehicle.
And what happens backstage when somebody messes up?
Oh, they yell at you. They say hideous things to you.
Really?
Never do that amateur nonsense to me again. Oh, I learned a lot of lessons that summer.
Would you like to do that again with the whole family?
Well, the whole family isn't all together anymore. My husband is an actor, and I love to work with him when I can. My brother Tim is an actor now. He did a movie called Diner this year, which has a lovely reputation, and it was a lovely movie. And a series called Ryan's 4 that was for a minute. I think they did 4 of them.
Is it gone already?
Oh, yes, been and gone. The turnover is really amazing, isn't it?
They should have called it Ryan's 5. Maybe it'll last for another week, you know. Maybe that was what it had 4 episodes.
That's right, one for each of the characters to tell their story. But I'd love to work with Timmer sometime. Yeah. That would be fun. He works at a theater in Rhode Island with his young wife, who's also an actress.
Rhode Island!
Yay!
Rhode Island. I don't believe it. Somebody in the audience is from Rhode Island. That's amazing. Every time you mention someplace. We're going to take a break and be back with your partner in a new play.
Carolyn Seymour.
Carolyn Seymour, who is going to be with Tyne in Skirmishes.
We opened last night.
Okay, and we're going to find out about it as soon as we come back.